Ladies and gentlemen, buckle up because we have 5 companies to break down, all of which just reported earnings today as earnings season is in full effect. So we have a lot to cover, guys. Hit the like button, make sure to subscribe, and get up to 15 stocks from Moomoo. Listen to this deal, guys. Once you open up your account and fund it with at least $100, you get 5 stocks and a $30 cash reward, and fund your account with at least $1,000, you get 10 more stocks, and overall your uninvested cash for now will earn up to 8.1% APY, which, guys, this is the best deal by far on the market right now. So check out the link down below or go to stocksurfs.com/Moomoo. And with that being said, cheers. Let's get right into the video. And you notice what this is, guys? This is another coffee because, well, we have a lot to cover in this video. So the stock market today ended up going all over the place. A little green, a little red. The S&P, it looks like, went up around 0.6% or 0.16%, excuse me, as the NASDAQ went up 1%, the Russell went down 0.25%, and the Dow went down about 0.3 to 0.4%. So we had a little red, a little green, and it looks like SPY is still trading sideways in this channel. You guys see it on the 30-minute chart. Same thing here on Triple Q, although now it's moving up a little bit after the bell. We'll talk about why in this video. But for the most part, guys, we're trading pretty flat over the last couple of days here on the NASDAQ and the S&P. But again, we are moving after the bell because, well, Google, also known as Alphabet, they just reported earnings and their stock is moving. And guys, I couldn't be happier. I'm long Google. It's one of my biggest individual stock holdings, and it has been for a while. I've owned this stock for years, years on years, and look at this move that we're seeing, man. This thing is breaking out after the bell. It looks like we closed at $171. Now Google's at $178 after the bell, and we hit $181 at the peak as of now, which was a move of 6% after the bell. And it looks like here, does it not? The inverse head and shoulders that we called out, the ascending triangle we called out, both of those are playing out. Look at this. We have the left shoulder, head, right shoulder. Now that's playing out as we're breaking out here. And the ascending triangle is playing out as we're breaking out of $170 per share. Guys, technically, looking at these charts, this could not be any better. So Alphabet, let's see what they reported as earnings. Literally just came out 10 minutes ago prior to me making this video. So the call didn't start yet or anything like that. But it looks like here GAAP EPS came in at $2.12 for Alphabet, which beat the $1.84 expected, and sales also beat. All right, $88.26 billion versus $86.3 billion expected. So double beat for Google. And it looks like here their cloud revenues increased 35% year over year. Google services revenues increased 13% year over year. And I believe the company in general overall is growing revenue about 25% year over year, give or take a little bit. So massive growth for the size of the company that is Google. I mean, it's unbelievable. And let me see, anything here on guidance? Not getting anything on guidance quite yet. Looks like Q3 operating margin was 32%. All right, cloud revenue, $11.35 billion. Like I said, that was up around, 35% year over year. Pretty good. So, yeah, guys, they beat EPS, they beat revenue. They're growing nicely across all of these different segments. With cloud growing 35%, that's pretty impressive. That's all it takes for the stock to move, especially as there's been uncertainty around the stock. The stock's been down. It's been down a good chunk over the last couple of months. There's uncertainty about them getting broken up, ChatGPT being massive competition, what's going to happen there. So now that we got these good earnings, it's kind of putting that at rest for now. And we're getting the pop. And like I said, we're up around 4% after the bell. So guys, I'm loving this. Like I said, I'm long Google. I've owned the stock for years. I actually just bought more. Within the last couple of weeks, I bought more shares, I think in the low 160s, and I'm glad I did that. I'm very glad I did that. So that's a quick rundown on Alphabet, their numbers. Let me know your thoughts in the comments, guys. And by the way, sign up to the email list. It's in the description box down below. Put your first name and your email. I'm sending you guys my top 3 stocks every single Monday for free. Yes, for free, right to your inbox, guys. No spam, no BS, just straight up value. So check out the email list in the description box down below. So that is Google. They're breaking out right now. And drum roll, please. AMD is the next one. I actually haven't looked at AMD yet. I'm a little bit nervous to look because I own this stock as well. Let's see how it's going, how it's looking after the bell. All right. Oh, wow. It's down a bit. Okay. Let's see what's going on here. So AMD, it closed at $166. So it actually went up 4% on the day. Big green day, or not a big green day, but a nice green day for AMD. And we got to about 170 initially after the bell, but now, we are down to $156. So we are now down 6% after the bell on AMD stock. Let me see what they did here, guys. EPS on a GAAP basis, 92 cents, which came in line. Sales, $6.8 billion versus $6.71 billion. So they beat sales, in line EPS, and they guided for Q4 revenue of $7.2 to $7.8 billion versus $7.5 billion expected. So pretty good guidance there, guys, for Q4 revenue. Very good if you ask me. And, it's not enough to push the stock higher. Not seeing much else here. But yeah, guys, their guidance was good, man. $7.5 billion roughly for Q4 revenue, plus or minus $300 million. Not too bad. And the stock, it's selling off. It's essentially down $15 from that $169 high, or about 8.3%. We are getting a little bit of a beating right now, but I don't think it's necessarily justified based on what I just read there. But it seems like the resistance is intact. We can see we're at the top of this channel right here. This has been a resistance for quite some time. You guys see all these lower highs being made. So AMD has to figure out a way to get out of this channel. Is it going to do it? Is it not? I don't know. But either way, I'm in AMD. It's not like it's one of my biggest positions. It's really not. But I did start buying it a couple months ago. I'm in pretty much where we're at now. 155-ish is my average cost. And I've just been sitting on it. I've just been sitting on the shares. And I think the company is strong. It's one of those that I think will be a $200 plus stock. It's just a matter of when. When will it happen? It's been a rough last couple of months, right? So that's AMD. We also had PayPal report earnings this morning, and guys, their stock got hit. It looks like it went down 4% during the day. Looks like we closed at, $83.70 yesterday, and we got all the way down to $73 this morning after the company reported earnings. So this dropped 12% initially, which is nuts. And we actually rebounded a bit, only went down 4%. Pretty good rebound there throughout the day. But it looks like PYPL, PayPal, ended up reporting, adjusted EPS of $1.20 versus $1.07. So that beat, but sales missed, 7.85 versus $7.88 billion. So mixed bag there for earnings. They narrowed their full year 24 view on EPS to 392 versus 388 to 398 from before. So that's not the best. Let's see. What are they looking at for revenue? Do we have any revenue numbers, estimates? Let's see. Anything there? Not seeing anything there, but it looks like here they still see full year 24 share repurchases of $6 billion. Active accounts increased 0.9% to 432 million. That's actually a lot of active accounts. Oh my goodness, 432 million. Oh my gosh. That is insane. But yeah, it looks like PayPal's not liking the earnings, but then again, man, this stock just got way too hot, way too overbought. Now we're pulling down to the 180 SMA. It looks like we're holding it as support at about 77, 80 bucks per share. That's a good sign here on the 4-hour chart. So let's see how that transpires over time. Chipotle Mexican Grill just reported earnings about 15 minutes ago, and this stock is down about $4 per share after the bell, or about 7 to 7.5%. So Chipotle reported adjusted earnings per share of 27 cents versus 25 cents expected, so that beat, but they missed sales, 2.79 versus 2.82 billion expected, so they beat EPS, missed on sales. Looks like here they guided for full year 24 comparable sales growth in the mid to high single digit range versus the estimate of 7.5% growth, so pretty much right in line with the estimate. Looks like here they expect full year comparable restaurant sales growth, yada, 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 I just said that, and 285 to 315 new company operated restaurant openings, with over 80% having a Chipotlane, which is the drive-through. Chipotlane. Pretty good play on words there, guys. But yeah, the stock is getting a beating right now. Not looking so pretty. Looks like we were starting to reverse, but now we're right back under the moving averages, just like that here on the 4-hour time frame. So for me to consider this as a rebound, as a trade, I'm gonna need to see it retake 57.50 at least, which I'll set my alert there right now. We're currently at 56 bucks after the bell, but I'd like to see it retake this trend line right here, which we're currently trading under it. So the last stock, last but not least, which moves a lot around earnings, is Snapchat, ticker symbol SNAP, which I feel like this stock's been stuck at $10 for ages. Creeps into the teens, then all of a sudden, boom, it's back into the $10 range. I feel like it happens all the time. But Snapchat reported earnings, and their stock is pushing, guys. It's up a little bit, about 6% after the bell. Pretty good move here after they beat EPS, it looks like, but missed on revenue. Looks like they did. Or wait, no, that's a beat. Yeah, that's a double beat. I don't know why it says miss here. Thinkorswim's being stupid today, guys. I don't know why, but it says, it looks like here, adjusted EPS 8 cents versus 5 cents. Sales $1.373 billion versus $1.358 billion. So double beat, and they see Q4 revenue of $1.51 to $1.56 billion versus $1.55 billion expected. So not bad for guidance, a little bit on the softer side there for revenue guidance for Q4, but they beat EPS, beat revenue for the last quarter, and daily active users are up 9% year over year to 443 million. Not too bad, if you ask me. So Snapchat at this point, guys, I'm not loving the chart, but it is slightly breaking out of the highs now from the early days of October, end of September, right around $11. So the fact that we're breaking out of there, this must be watched as a momentum play, and maybe we start pushing $12. $12 generally was the high from the middle of February up until the end of April. You guys see this window right here, this range. So that could be where this goes. I mean, look, we already hit $12 in the aftermarket today. We tested it. Now we're back to 11.30. Let's see if we go back to 12 So guys, let me know your thoughts in the comments. Run the likes up. Don't forget to subscribe. And shout out to everybody that's joined the Patreon, where I'm building my private portfolio. You guys get access to that. You get all the moves every single week when I'm putting in money and buying stocks. You guys see how I do that, the performance of the portfolio, all of that. And there's a Discord chat, and I post my charts and ideas throughout the week. So guys, again, shout out to everybody that's been joining. It's linked down below, or simply go to StockSurfast.com/Patreon. And with that being said, cheers. I'll catch you guys in the next video.